Joining us to talk more about the anti-ICE protests is Steve Hilton, California Republican gubernatorial candidate. Steve, it's good to have you back on. Thanks for making the time.
Great to be with you. Thank you.
So I want to get your take here. More than 500 arrests over the last 10 days. What is your reaction to the protests and the violent outbreaks in the LA area this week?
Well, of course, it's really good to see that we're not witnessing anything like the riots that we saw a week ago. There's no burning cars. There's no mass rioting of the scale we saw then. But it's still disturbing that we have police officers being injured, the fact that the curfew is still in place, and so on. On the other hand, it's encouraging that they seem to be finally getting to grips with the situation, and it is declining. But the question everyone has is, well, why wasn't this done at the beginning? Why didn't we have a firmer response right at the start? And I think then we could have avoided so much of the destruction and the terrible damage to California's reputation, to the reputation of Los Angeles. Remember, we have the Olympics coming, Super Bowl, Soccer World Cup. This is not what we want to project to the world about our city and about our state. So let's hope that it continues to decline and local law enforcement continues to keep on top of it.
So President Trump, of course, and California Governor Gavin Newsom have been going back and forth about the National Guard issue. I don't know how closely you follow Newsom on social media or TikTok, but there has been a noticeable shift in tone as well, really pointed, as some might say, mocking, almost taking a page out of Kamala Harris's presidential campaign. What are your thoughts here?
Look, I think the way that Governor Newsom has behaved in this whole sorry saga, the more I think about it, the worse it is. The more we're learning about what happened, the real dereliction of duty that he showed is becoming more and more apparent. So instead of actually doing his job, as you say, he's engaging in these kinds of, very personal attacks, trolling President Trump, really playing politics with this instead of actually really trying to run things properly. The specific thing I'm referring to is that we now know that just a little over a week ago, on Friday, when this all started in Los Angeles, ICE officers, federal law enforcement officials, whatever you think about the job that they're doing a job given to them by the President of the United States on a policy platform that he was elected to deliver. They're doing their job. They're being confronted by protesters. They are worried about their safety. They're being they feel under physical threat. They requested help from the LAPD, from the Sheriff's Department, and they were denied. They were denied support and help by local law enforcement. And instead of actually stepping in at that point and Gavin Newsom saying, that's not acceptable. We can't allow law enforcement officials to fear for their safety and not protect them. He did nothing. And you hear stories now of local law enforcement kept for 15 hours in a parking lot waiting for orders to deploy as the riots were beginning. Nothing happening. Total dereliction of duty from Gavin Newsom. And so I think all this political partisan point scoring that he's engaging is really just trying to deflect from his own failures.
Let me ask you, with the time we have left, on what Jorge Ventura was just reporting on, the Trump administration telling ICE to pause raids on farms, on businesses, hotels, and restaurants. Do you agree or disagree with this move?
Well, it's certainly, I want to take a step back on this. Like, I'm on the road in California the whole time, especially in the Central Valley of California, the biggest agricultural area in the world. And for the last few years, I've been told by agricultural employers that a huge proportion of their workforce is illegal immigrants because we're sitting on top of a broken system that's been broken for 40 years plus. Everyone knows it's broken, and because it's so broken, everyone is complicit in breaking the law. The illegal immigrants themselves, and we all can see they come here for a better life, to work hard, but they come because the jobs are there. Why are the jobs there? Because we've got a welfare system that pays millions of Californians and people across the country that you can live without actually working very comfortably. And so the jobs aren't being done. I was at a dairy farm in California just the other week. They were saying that the dairy workers who work in that operation, American citizens, they actually earn less than their partners who don't work but can live on welfare. That is a crazy system. So what we're seeing now is the Trump administration trying to do something to clean up a mess that Republican and Democrat administrations have left to fester for decades.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.